Welcome back to the DawgPound. I'm Chris.
And I guess I'm Nikki.
We need to find a new intro because it's just like, I'm Chris. I'm Nikki.
Yeah, we started that 2 episodes ago. Like, not even 2, 1. It was last month.
Was it last month?
Yeah.
All these episodes just blend together. Maybe the DawgPound was the friends we made along the way.
The episodes didn't matter. What we produced
Was the friendship.
We produced friendship.
Was the friendship. Yeah. It's December.
Woo! Holiday season.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. It's the best time of the year because 3 major holidays happen this month. Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa.
Yay. Which one do you celebrate, Nikki?
I celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas.
Oh, I celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and answer the question now. My favorite holiday tradition. I have a holiday tree. I don't have a Christmas tree.
You have a holiday tree?
Yeah. It's an LED fake tree, and it took a lot of work and arguing to get it up, and we never took it down, and it's been up for like 2 years, and we put different LED lights on it for the different holidays.
I've heard about people doing that.
We're just lazy. It's not like it's an aesthetic. We're just lazy.
When I was like 6 years old, our tree stayed up from December to July.
Like a real tree?
Yeah, we never took it down.
Was it like a real?
No, it was plastic, but it was like a big Christmas tree that would just stay up.
I had a pine that we left up.
My Christmas tradition is we open one present on Christmas Eve. We pick a present and we open that on Christmas Eve. Like a little taster.
I wouldn't call it a tradition, but we do something similar. My mom just like loves giving gifts. So she's every day leading up to Christmas for like a week, she'll be like, we can open presents now, right? It's okay. And I'm like, no, I want it to be a surprise. And she's like, no, just open it. Just open it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on at the Sea House in the month of December. The Thriftiganza also happened this month.
It did.
And it was a big hit from what I've heard.
I think I almost got everything out on the first 2 days.
Whoa, let's go.
I went the first day, and then I went back the second day. And there's like there's almost nothing there.
But if you missed Thriftiganza this month, it usually comes back in the month of February for Dress for Success. I can speak. Thriftiganza, Dress for Success in February. Donate all your business casual clothes. They will find a new home.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
This month, we have... Actually, you should introduce it because I'm a guest this month.
Oh, yes, that is right. This month, we will be having an interview with our 3 academies here at Forsyth Central. We have the Film Academy, Humanities, and STEM. We'll be having an interview. They'll be talking sort of about what they do at Sea House, what classes they offer, what can you really get at the end of, like, when you graduate after doing an academy, and all just, like, the nitty-gritty of what really goes on inside of academies, because I know a lot of students don't get involved in those that often.
Enjoy the episode. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, well, it's wonderful to finally sit down with all of y'all to introduce for our humanities representative. We have
I'm Killian Porvin. I'm a senior in humanities.
Our STEM representative.
Hi guys, it's Nancy Hahn, and I'm part of the engineering factor of STEM.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Sorry.
Welcome back to another episode of the DawgPound.
Yeah.
And our very own film representative.
I'm Nikki Melendez. I'm a senior.
Who
at
are you?
Forsyth Central High School.
Who are you?
Nikki, that's a really deep question. What do you mean, who am I? Who are you?
Who are all of we?
Humanities. Tell us a little bit about humanities. I feel like it's not many people quite understand it.
Yeah, I do think it's kind of underrated. I had no idea what it was until the director of humanities, Ms. Parisi, came over to Otwell when I was in 8th grade and did a whole spiel about it. In really simple terms, humanities is kind of like the antithesis to STEM. While STEM is
big word.
Science and math, humanities is more history and literature focused, and also philosophy. The whole kind of motto for humanities is growing global leaders. So a lot of the courses it's examining the human condition.
That's actually really interesting.
Awesome.
Based.
That actually is mildly interesting. And Nancy, with our wonderful STEM Academy, tell us a little about it.
Okay, yeah, so building off of what Killian said, it's definitely like the opposite of humanities. It's a lot more, I would assume like humanities a lot more like reading and having to...
Oh, yeah.
And I think STEM is more like hands-on, like you have to do a lot of like activities, and like we do labs in physics and they also do labs in biotech because, you know, there's engineering and there's biotech. And I think they have computer science now, but it's kind of hasn't been as developed yet. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what they do in computer science branch yet. But yeah, STEM is more hands-on, more like physically doing work, like as in like doing problems and doing whatnot.
That's cool.
A lot of studying and a lot of work.
And then our film, I feel like the odd one out here.
I guess STEM and humanities are like twin sisters, and film is the younger, cooler, better sister. Beef.
Cooler cousin.
Would the film be the Film Academy? I would say that we're all like siblings. We're like, I'm a little sister though, because we're
Like
the newest academy.
I feel like
Half
you're
sibling.
That's so rude.
Yeah, I think you're more of a
Sibling.
half sibling.
What?
I think we're more related than film.
I
sorry.
would say where film falls is somewhere in between. We have a lot of humanities-based understanding literature and analysis of film, but we also use a lot of technical aspects from STEM. We're making movies. We
Yeah.
have to know practically how to be on set, and we also have to know how to analyze film and make something good. We're the making movies. We're the future filmmakers of Georgia. Georgia is the number one film industry.
Sorry, I'm disagreeing.
Yep.
Georgia is the number one, is the new Hollywood. It's about to surpass Hollywood and film studios. It's an untapped market. And, we want to make sure that the filmmakers of Georgia start as young as possible with filmmaking. It's a really great program. I can go into the industry the minute I graduate.
That's cool. Just because I know a film a little bit better, and we're gonna start back with you.
Hi.
At the end of the whole pathway, what can you get out of it? Like, is there anything you get on your diploma? Is there any like work experience you get? Just tell us all about it.
So I think this applies to all three academies. We do a capstone at the end of our senior year. My capstone is about women in horror. So I'm analyzing a whole bunch of horror films and tying them back to the way women are represented in film. But by the end of our senior year, we do get to graduate with a cool gown. We have silver trims on our gown, and we get to stand up at graduation when they say, "And here's the Film Academy," and then we all rise. And then we also, a lot of us have work experience already. I already have an IMDb page and have won awards. That's something that is really nice, because when I apply to colleges and stuff for film, I can go and already have my foot in the door with experience. And that's just something I kind of get out of it, is I'm already like ready to be on set.
That's cool. What about you two? Either one of you wants to butt in.
Yeah, you go first.
Oh, okay. But our capstone is definitely more like loose about what we can do, but it's still definitely like, obviously it has to be STEM related. But I've seen a lot of people do stuff for STEM capstone. It's really cool. Like someone made like a whole working furnace for a STEM capstone, which I thought was really cool.
That's like just like Minecraft.
I know, it was just like Minecraft.
That's kind of cool.
I know, like Minecraft IRL for their capstone. But yeah, I'm still working on what my capstone's gonna be, but it will get done.
Epic.
Yeah, well, Humanities also has a capstone program. It's AP Seminar and AP Research. We're not constrained by anything like with film or STEM. We can write on like literally anything. Our research paper on anything. Like mine's about like the impact of news sources on high schoolers' knowledge of geography, which that is humanities, but you're not constricted by that. We also do get a cool little gown when we graduate. I think it's white lining. Or
I think STEM has red.
Yeah,
you
we
have
have
yellow.
Yellow?
I think you have yellow because we're silver white.
Okay.
I don't get no cool trim.
And also,
Sorry.
another thing, by the time you graduate, you will be like published. You'll be like published in the Forsyth County News as part of the journalism class in junior year. Like I'm published. I have an article on the Forsyth County News, and so that's just really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Man, I really wish I had a cool trim. Like, I kind of wish I had heard about this a little more in, like, when I was a 8th grade rising freshman. How did y'all, like, apply? Like, what was that like?
So to apply to STEM, there's this, I'm pretty sure it's probably on the school website on how to do it. But for when I did it, there was like a PDF file on what you needed to do. And there were like multiple things you could do to apply, but the one I did was you had to make a video about yourself and talk about what interested you in STEM and why you wanted to join STEM and like what faction of STEM, like engineering or biotech, you wanted to do. And it's pretty loose leaf. Not loose leaf. It's not constrained. Like I remember Philip Porter, who's like another senior engineer.
Shout out Philip.
Yeah, shout out Philip.
Supposed to be here.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll have Philip next month.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna keep saying that. Every end of the episode, I'm gonna be like, and sorry to Philip Porter, who'll be on next month.
Yeah, I'm his surrogate right now, so. But anyways, yeah, he did this really cool editing video where it was like a pseudo like cartoon or like sitcom intro where he plays every single character and his character does something different to signify stuff he likes. Like he had a segment where he plays like I think tennis or does Legos and then also does physics just to like show not tell that he likes those things, which it was really cool. Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Well, it's been 4 years since I've done the humanities application.
This is very.
You have to go through all the normal application stuff like transcript, teacher recommendation, and we also have to do a video, and it is like less constrained. I forgot exactly what the prompt was. I know my video was kind of boring. I just sat at my table and talked about like Ready Player One, like the book, and like how it connects
That's
to like
so 8th grade.
Ready Player
like
One.
to, like mega corporations in the world.
I think
or
I did
something.
that also in 8th grade.
Yeah, but I know like some of the videos get like really interesting. Like I know one of the humanities freshmen, he does gymnastics, and like in his video he did like a whole backflip and stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know when you see
you
that,
get in?
you can't deny them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like,
Backflip.
let that guy into humanities. He can do a backflip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Backflipping
so
into being the new politicians.
when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, my video was so boring. But the application, it's not. I don't think it would be as intensive as STEM, but you.
No, I think I did the exact same thing where
Oh,
I just
okay.
sat at my family table and was like, I want to join.
I have a
STEM,
question.
Blah blah blah.
Did they look at your guys' like transcripts? Because I would assume like humanities, they want to look at like your English credits for middle school, and for STEM, they want to look at your science and math.
I don't remember if we had to send our like middle school transcript then, but I don't think we did. I'm pretty sure we might have needed a like teacher recommendation, but I'm not 100% sure if there's a transcript.
Yeah. I would think that you would have to turn your transcript, but yeah, I know you do have to do a teacher recommendation.
Yeah.
Film didn't. We didn't have to. We just made a short film. It was like you have to make a short film, minor editing and stuff, just to show that you can basically do basic composition and filmmaking. I did an interview with Mr. Logan Florence at Outwell. Yeah.
I loved him.
I'll find the video and I'll show you. I'm like little 8th grade me, and I'm like, what's your favorite song from the 80s? I was that kid. But they definitely, I know that, I know that definitely like film right now for applications for rising 8th graders, they're looking at the short film you can do, what you can do with just a camera, with your phone, and basic editing skills. And they also are looking for how you do in your classes. We want writers, we want technical people. You know, we try to kind of take a bit of everything with filmmaking. Cool. We want the creatives.
My friend who's in film, Gracie Van Sant. Shout out to Gracie Van Sant.
Sant. She'll be on next month.
Ooh, okay. You really have everyone
Just like
on the
Philip.
roster.
Philip
Yeah.
and Gracie will be on next month.
But I remember when she was doing the Film Academy like video to apply. I remember her and Nicole Teeple.
She'll also be on next month.
I'm name dropping a lot of people.
Nicole Teeple, Philip Porter, and Gracie Van Sant will be on next month.
So look out for that. But I remember all of them were doing this like Sprite cranberry ad to apply for film, which I thought was really funny.
This really has dated the podcast.
I know.
My application was about Sprite Cranberry and Ready Player One.
I don't want to hear
Ever.
any of y'all diss Sprite Cranberry.
It's not as good anymore.
It is so good.
It's good, but it's not as good as it used to be.
You're lying to
Essential
yourself.
question, guys: is Sprite Cranberry good or bad?
Yeah. This is a really riveting conversation about Sprite cranberry.
This is something I really want to talk about because I find it interesting. Is there is just an underlining collaboration between all three academies? Like strangely, like I got a lot of friends, sophomore humanities kids, and we just talk about film analysis. But
The whole school.
there's like a just underlining collaboration. I know STEM does some films with TSA.
Oh yeah, we do. There's a TSA competition called. There's multiple film competitions for TSA, but yeah, a lot of STEM people do.
They're
the
actually
film
really
ones.
good. I know that humanities does a broadcasting thing.
Yeah, the central scene.
Check out the Central C.
I love that
the
thing.
central scene, actually.
Oh, the Central Scene.
Yeah, the central scene.
Check out the Central Scene.
Yeah, I still work on it, even though I'm a senior, not in journalism.
Oh, he's a journalist.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, but you were talking about like film analysis. Yeah, In the freshman Humanities 1 class, which is taught by Mr. Thompson,
He'll be on next month.
everyone's on next month.
Next month's gonna be crazy.
Is Barack Obama gonna be here?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Michelle Obama will be here. Next
I'll make sure I send an email.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all the answer.
Yeah, you're in direct contact with them.
They-
Yeah.
Emailing him.
He's my best bro.
There's like a whole unit in which like they watch The Matrix, but like they break it down, like the cinematography, the imagery, the symbolism, like thoroughly. Like they will play it for like 10 seconds, and then like they'll have a whole lesson on like this one specific like shot of cinematography and all that. Like they've been on it for like at least a month, and I think they're like 45 minutes into the film.
We did it. We do that in our senior year with Rear Window by Hitchcock and understanding like filmmaking aspects and building suspense, because it's Hitchcock, founder of suspense. But like, see, there's just a thing there. Is I can go to humanities and we can talk about things there, and I can talk about STEM too.
And in STEM, we look at particles in a test tube and see how they're colliding together in each frame.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
Science is cool.
Science is cool,
Science
guys.
rocks.
I texted
Science does
all
rock.
my STEM friends after I saw Oppenheimer. I was like, you guys like are the coolest ones. I love physics.
I think kind of just like to finish this off a little. What is each of y'all's like favorite moment, favorite subject, favorite memory, just favorite thing from your like 4 years being in your academy? You can go, Gillian.
There's a lot of good stuff about humanities. A lot of the classes and teachers I've had were great.
Did you sound more impressed?
Shout out Mr. Henderson.
Love Mr. Henderson. He'll be on the podcast next month.
God. Overall, though, I gotta say one of my favorite things have been the field trips. We take a lot.
Jealous. What?
Let's see.
That felt personal.
I know freshman year. Well, this didn't happen because of a certain pandemic that happened around that time.
Can't talk about
Not naming names, but
We were supposed to actually go to Washington, D.C. and see the inauguration.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, well, I wish I could have.
You could have seen AJR. Did you know they performed for Biden's inauguration?
AJR performed for Biden's.
They did.
Whoa.
I know. You could've
Biden
seen
is an AJR fan?
Yeah.
AJR will be on the podcast next month,
Next month, guys. Watch out.
I know. Last year, as part of the whole journalism thing, we took a field trip to the Live and Alive headquarters, like to their studio.
Ooh.
Yeah, we had a panel full of like with like an anchor, an on the scene reporter, and like the head of marketing, I think. And they just answered a bunch of questions, and then like we got a tour of the studio. Like we got to say, this is where they edit videos. This is where the anchors do. That's like our little home segment. Then we actually got to watch one of the anchors like do a segment, and then we actually got to be on the news. Like they flipped the camera around and showed all of us.
That's
like,
actually so cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
yeah. So everyone in the Metro Atlanta area got to see my beautiful face.
Cute.
You're like a celebrity
Yeah.
now.
A lot of
Can I have your
museum.
autograph?
Maybe later.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of museum tours. We went like right after that 11 Alive tour, like in the same day. We went to the Millennium Museum.
Oh. Okay. So is it my turn to say my favorite moment?
Sure.
Okay. So my favorite thing about STEM is probably how close knit it is, just because like I feel like everyone's mostly friends with each other in STEM, and we do a lot of things together. Like we do a lot of like parties and get-togethers just with STEM, and yeah, it's just really nice how like close the community is, and also because we can like help each other a lot with academics, because it's really hard, and it's really hard to like do all of it by yourself. So it's really nice to have like people to ask questions and like study with before like a really big test or something.
Yeah, I feel like that's like I think as we've seen kind of doing this podcast for like 5 episodes now, we've kind of seen a reoccurring theme at the C House about like family and a sense of connectedness. And I feel like, we've talked about it each episode, and it's kind of just like, we're not even fishing for it. Like it just kind of pops up. Everybody's been like, oh yeah, I like to see us. I also like how I feel connected. And I feel like that's really interesting how everybody seems to have the exact same.
I think community is just a big thing here.
Yeah.
That's what the C stands for. FCHS.
Community.
We're all a family, guys.
We're all a big family to the C House. What
about you, Nikki? What's
so
your
my
favorite?
serious answer would definitely be saying that I'm an award award-winning filmmaker at age 18. That's nice.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
I won 7th place in a national film competition. Out of 400 entries, I placed 7th.
Dude, that's
good.
really
And it's
awesome.
I directed, I wrote it, and I starred in it. So
Ooh.
it was just me. It's my face, all in blue. It's crazy.
I watched it. It is really cool. I really like the film.
I like it. That's like my serious answer. My unserious answer is I remember very vividly we were doing something after school. I think it was like an 8th grade night where the parents and 8th graders were coming. And I was in here and everyone had left. And it was like me and a couple other film kids. And Hanline, I guess in his tired state, started blasting the Beastie Boys. And watching Jason Hanline rap the Beastie Boys at like 9 at night. And
That
that's
sounds awesome.
It was one of the best moments I've ever seen. We need to get him on the podcast.
I
He'll
wish
be
I
on the
could.
podcast next month
Month.
to rap the
Next
Beastie
month.
Boys.
Yes. Well,
I'm going to say
boss.
my unserious answer for STEM, too. It's going to be Miss Stevenson. Shout out Miss Stevenson.
Be
Should we on the
She's-
podcast?
Yeah, she's going to be here, too. But Miss Stevenson, she definitely, like, when you first meet her, you probably are intimidated by her because you're just like, oh, she's a physics teacher for, like, everything. And she's probably, like, no nonsense. And she is no nonsense, but she's very, like, once you get to know her, she's actually very, like, very sweet and very nice. And she's definitely, like, tough love, but, you know, I appreciate everything she does.
That's cool.
I think kind of my unserious answer for humanities is definitely like the relationship you have with your teachers, because a lot of the teachers, you're going to have them multiple years. Like Mr. Thompson, you're going to have him for Humanities 1 in freshman year, and then you're going to have him for A-Push in junior year. And like Mr. Henderson, you're going to have him for AP World and 10th Honors Lit in 10th grade, and then journalism in 11th grade. And in my case, 12th grade for my internship.
Shout out Mr. Henderson.
Shout out, like,
We
actually,
love Mr. Henderson.
shout out all of our teachers because that's something that, like, all the academies share is all of our teachers are just a major part of who we are. We have them
yeah.
for 4 years.
And they're very epic and they're very awesome.
Shout
Very
out,
swag.
shout out Lucas Bertoli, McCann.
McCann is very legitness.
Hope Stern, love Hope Stern.
Jason Hanline.
Jason Hanline,
Mr.
Very
Payne.
legit.
Mr. Payne,
Yeah.
Mr. Payne.
I feel like it's been very insightful having you three on here.
Yeah.
You.
It's cool learning about humanities and STEM. I kind of knew about film, but like also because I'm in film, but I feel like film's also kind of like not many people really know that we have the Academy.
Not a lot of people know we have a humanities or
Yeah.
STEM. I think though about our academy is it's nice knowing that there are 3 major things for people to get really involved in things. This is like I'm speaking so unspecific. A lot of people can get in a lot of things, but it's really nice seeing
To like have that option.
yeah, to have that option, and the fact that all 3 of our academies are so closely knit. You
Yeah.
know, like STEM hangs out with humanities hangs out with film hangs out with STEM. We all just hang out together. I actually don't know these people.
Yeah, me
Don't
neither.
forget the Academy's Field Day.
We do an Academies Field Day. Every film, STEM, and humanities all come out and compete in different competitions.
Who won last year?
I think it was humanities.
No,
STEM has so many people.
I know Humanities
Wham.
Wake me up before you go.
won
go.
the relay race or something. I think STEM won overall, and then it was Humanities, and then film.
Wait, I have
Let's
a funny
go.
story. I have a funny story
Oh,
because
do tell.
it was Humanities Field Day, and it was tug of war.
I remember this tug of war.
Tug of war, and we're film. We're small. We're a smaller group compared to everybody, and I think we were going against humanities at the time. So it was humanities, and there just wasn't enough people for film. And then so like if you looked at film on our side of the rope, it was like the skinniest, tiniest people.
Yeah.
And then Hanline just goes, Jaden Filikowski, get over here. And I don't know if you guys know who Jaden Filikowski is. He is a like 6'2", built like a football player.
Buff
Better than
Buff.
6'2".
Buff. And so he comes at the end of our rope and he's like, let's do this. And he just, I think he took
Yanked
down
it.
film too. But film won tug of war.
The STEM kids had gloves on.
That's such
Oh, we got
cheating.
gloves on?
Yeah,
Guys, how about...
Jaden had gloves on. By the end of the tug of war, my hands were like
My
raw
hands
and
were bleeding,
And
yeah.
meanwhile, you had like half of STEM who just had gloves on. Like, oh,
And
fine and dandy.
this
Also,
is the
we
thing
have a lot
about
of numbers.
this is the thing about academies that you're not going to find anywhere else at the Central Sea House. Is like we have these moments of just like
We all play tug of war.
yeah, we all have like fun and we all just it's nice having just already like a built-in community at the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was great having you three on here on the podcast.
Yay.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming by. And hope you come back for the next episode.
Oh, along with
Everyone
I
else.
can't wait to see everyone else. I'm really excited now.
Bye-bye. That was a great episode, Chris.
It was really cool learning about the academies. Like I knew we had humanities and STEM, but I didn't really know too much about them.
I am really glad to know about humanities and STEM. Something I really liked about that episode, though, is it didn't just feel like us telling you what happens in the academies. It felt like 3 people reminiscing about their high school years. It really felt nice to talk about the film academy with 2 other people that know what it's like going through an academy.
Totally.
We hope we see a lot of rising 8th graders, rising 9th graders join all 3.
Hopefully. At the same time.
You can't do that.
It would be fun.
It would be fun. Dual humanities film.
That would be awful.
Big fun. But you can sadly only pick one. And all 3 options are really good and will give you so much resource going into actual life experience.
Totally.
Well, that's it for the month of December. We'll be gone for the rest of the month, but we'll be back in January.
Have an amazing New Year.
Thank you for listening to the episode this month.
Have a great Bulldog Day. Ruff.